How's it going, people? Today I will be mixing it up for you guys in this particular video just because this month is pretty light, so it allows me to actually make some videos about some content that I've always wanted to do and really never had time to. And today I will be talking about the best Dolby Atmos mixes in my mind. And this is just, how it is for me. You guys can have other opinions. That is awesome. Just comment down below. Let me know about that. And this is just my personal opinion for my favorite Atmos tracks. I actually didn't rate these, so I will be just saying these to you guys in alphabetical order. And yeah, let's get right into it. I didn't want to just go with a bunch of action movies. That is something that I feel like in some Atmos, best Atmos videos that I've been seeing, a lot of them are just all action movies, so I kind of just wanted to mix it up. And the first one up is American Psycho. Now, this one is a definite pickup for people, and the Blu-ray kind of sucks, that's why. If you like this movie, you want this in 4K. I would say that the picture quality is excellent, but the Atmos here is really the star of the show. All of Christian Bale's inner monologue is throughout the height speakers. It gives you great height speaker, really good height speaker testing if you want to test out your height speaker work, and bass response for the score, and a lot of the music is excellent here. Speaker separation is top notch, and overall it is just an excellent and very well mixed audio track that is reference quality material for dramas like this. And I would say that it is a real test for your height speakers. And not all Dolby Atmos mixes will do that for you. And a matter of fact, quite a few of them do not. Next is one of the ones that you will see in almost everybody's, but it is for good reason. And I will be going with Aquaman. Now, Aquaman is one of those movies that, when you think of big budget action films, you tend to want to say, you know what, this movie is going to be so great in my home theater. It is going to be amazing. I can't wait for it in Dolby Atmos. I can't wait. And then sometimes you hear it and you say, it was good, but I kind of wanted it to be even better. It's hard to live up to what you think it's going to sound like in your own head. But this movie actually does live up to what you think it's going to sound like and surpasses that. This is on everybody's top list for a reason. It sounds amazing. The picture quality is amazing too, but that's just not what I'm talking about today. It is just, like soup to nuts, everything about it. Speaker separation is amazing here. It is so dynamic. The field of sound is incredible here, and it fills your entire room. It is amazing. Height speaker work, if you want a mix that has the most height speaker work, this one is definitely up there. You can hear the height speakers going throughout a large majority of this film. And bass response here, this is definitely a test for you guys. Just when you think that the bass response here has reached its full potential, when it's kicked it up to 11, guess what? It gives you that extra more, and that is something that you guys want. Next, I kind of wanted to think out of the box too, and that is why I am going with Blade Runner 2049. This one is one of the early ones on my channel that I actually reviewed, and I don't regret it. This movie is awesome. I love it. I love the video quality here, but the audio is amazing. What they do with the soundtrack to this movie and the bass response and how just hypnotic and effective it is incredible. And I would feel like if you just rated the soundtracks in Dolby Atmos, this might come in number one. It might, because it is so good. And it largely has to do with the bass response of the score here. It is incredible. And the bass response here is so great. And it livens up the entire mix. It fills out the entire soundstage throughout all of your speakers. It is just an immersive score. And I love it for that. But speaker separation is no slouch either. And during action scenes and throughout the score as well, you get it in your height speakers. So this actually gives you a good amount of height speaker work too for a movie that has long stretches without any action in it. And I just feel like this is what I come to expect from a more kind of dramatic film, even though it does have some heavy action moments in it. This is the gold standard. So next, one of the newer films out there right now, I picked John Wick 3. Now, all of the John Wick films have a right to be on here. I would give them all 10 out of 10s for the Dolby Atmos mixes, but just because this one is fresher in my mind, I chose this one. You know, the opening of this film with the rain and all of the action that comes in when John is on the run, it is incredible. And just there, that is demo worthy material right there. You can hear it all throughout your soundstage, in your height speakers, and when that action kicks in, you can definitely hear it in the subwoofer as well. It is amazing and so immersive. And you know, when you're talking about action movies, again, I know I said this with Aquaman, that really live up to their potential. All the moments live up on this disc. Whether you like the fight with Halle Berry and her dogs, guess what? You're going to hear that in great quality in this mix. Or the end fight with all of like the guns and the gun battle at the end of this film, and just all of like the kung fu in the glass house at the end. All of it is just so well recreated here, and I love it. Love it. Next, I'm actually going to go with Jumanji. Now, Jumanji is one that I didn't have high hopes for, to be quite honest with you. I didn't expect it to be that good. I just expected to come into it and say, you know what? It had good Atmos. It was good. But this is actually awesome Atmos. Now, I will say that the star of the show here is how aggressive that the height speaker work is. Height speaker work here is really good. You hear it whenever a character dies. There is like an old school, like Nintendo-like sound that happens, and you can hear the blip of them coming and like respawning into the game, which is awesome. And it happens in your height speakers. It is great use of height speaker work, and a lot of those kind of atmospheric noises come in through the height speakers at different points of this film. It is awesome. And this is another one that you want to test out your height speakers for. And bass response is excellent here. It fills out your entire soundstage. And the overall just speaker separation and the aggressiveness of this track is just truly great. And with the height speakers, it can get subtle at times as too. So this track can display a little bit of subtlety as well. This is a damn good one. Now, I am kind of cheating, but I definitely did want to incorporate these two films. But Kong Skull Island and Godzilla, God of Monsters, is just... They're like two kick-ass Dolby Atmos mixes in my mind that kind of go hand in hand together. They sound amazing. And it's all about the sense of scale with these two. You get such a sense of scale when you're talking about these huge characters that you feel like you are right next to them. And that was largely because of the bass response. The bass response in these two mixes are demo worthy material. And if you want to like really test out your bass, these are the ones to do it, along with Aquaman, because they're just incredible. And the scale of the bass response is just, it has so many different levels to it, and such differences in tones when you're talking about the multiple creatures. And oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Both have aggressive height speaker work as well. Speaker separation is just top notch. Everything is top notch with these mixes. It is hard for me to suss out the best part of these two, but the end battle in Godzilla, God of Monsters is just incredible. I was gripped. Next is one of the first ones that I picked up, and it's probably one of the first ones that everybody picked up. Mad Max Fury Road. And this is just, as far as height speaker work, excellent. You can hear, just straight from the beginning, the whispers inside of Max's head and how of a tortured person he is. And then you get like the short newsreel right after that. A lot of that is in the height speakers, and it just goes all throughout the film. Height speaker work here is great. And as for the bass response as well, when you're getting into all of the different cars and trucks that are in this film, and this is a chase movie, so that's so important. I feel like that this just steps up to the plate and gives you exactly what you want. And if anybody was kind of disappointed by the bass response a little bit in the Fast and the Furious films, watch this. This will give it to you. Next, we're going back into some big dumb action with Pacific Rim. Yes, this movie has a killer Atmos track that we all want it to have, and it definitely delivers. Bass response is just insane here. It has such a sense of scale. It stands up tall right with Godzilla, God of Monsters, and Kong Skull Island. And when you're getting into speaker separation, you can hear so many of the different cogs of all of these machines. It is crazy. The score here is amazing, and it is all throughout your speakers into your surrounds. It fully circumferences you, and height speaker work is aggressive and exactly what you want it to be. Next, I'm going with something a little different, not on everybody's, and that is Ready Player One. Ready Player One is a movie that I like for the most part, and I actually feel like the production values here are excellent. And the sound design is one of those elements. This is just, when you're getting into a dynamic mix that has speaker separation that rises above the rest, this is it, people. I mean, speaker separation here is crazy, and it just has a feeling of when you're in the oasis, you feel like you're alive and you're in it, and it is just a part of this movie that really immerses you in it. And on top of that, you get bass response that has so many different levels. You don't exactly hear how hard hitting this hits until you get into really the end action scene. But you know what? At that point, it is truly immersive and incredible. And that isn't to say that the rest of the film slouches. It just doesn't hit its high point until that end battle scene. You add in some aggressive height speaker work, and you get just an amazing reference quality audio track that, when you're talking about some subtleties at times, this can be up there. And next, but certainly not least, we have to talk about one of the war films that are out there today. I was really going back and forth between Apocalypse Now and Saving Private Ryan. But I chose Saving Private Ryan just because of the fact that I just finished talking about Apocalypse Now. I did review this when it came out. This sounds amazing. And that, that classic scene when you're talking about storming the Normandy, I feel like that is just so epically recreated here. It is so immersive. You have just the bombs going off and blowing over your head. You get the bass response that just hits in your chest and you feel it. And speaker separation is just incredible. Just really, really well done. And I can't say enough about this movie. I would say that there are more subtle ways that speaker separation is used throughout the film. It doesn't reach the highs of the Battle on Normandy, but it definitely kicks back up again when you're talking about the end battle here. I feel like this is just, it should be in everybody's collection. It is that good reference quality material. So guys, I was very happy to do this for you. I actually thought a lot about this. Comment down below if you thought that I left anything out. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't even say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.